Forgiveness. Forgiveness, man. We all must learn to forgive. And I know that's a hard thing to say for some of us. Because sometimes you can have such animosity, hold so much of a grudge and anger and pain towards someone. But you must forgive. You must forgive that person. When Jesus died on the cross, well, before he died on the cross, he told God to forgive them because they do not know what they do. They basically can't see what they're doing. They basically don't understand what they're doing. So he asked God to forgive them. And then he died. He died for us. A person that was treated so severely wrong, he was treated so severely wrong, and he still find it in his heart to forgive. When you hold on to such pain and anger and animosity or grudge, it hardens your heart and it poisons your heart as well. I can speak from experience because I once was that type of person that would not forgive. I will hold pain and anger, disappointment, resentment in my heart towards people. But when I think of Jesus and what he went through and what he did when he was on that cross before he left, I think that I could and I should do it too. I should forgive. But it's in our nature, our human nature, our sinful nature, not to forgive. And not forgiving is a sin. I'm not trying to say that to scare anybody or to force you to forgive. It takes time to deal with that resentment, pain, and anger to forgive someone. You know? So I don't want anyone to feel as though I'm condemning them to hell because it's a sin to forgive. But while you're still here on earth, in this physical realm, forgiving will help you get through this physical realm easier. It'll release so much. It will just release so much pain you cause in your own heart because you're holding on to grudges, resentment, anger towards someone or something that happened to you. And sometimes the people that you're holding things against, they don't know what they do. It's just like Jesus said, they don't know what they do. So basically, they don't see what they're doing, they don't understand what they're doing. You have to know that. You have to put that into your perspective that they don't know what they're doing. They don't see what they're doing. To you, because they're blind. They're blind by their own trauma or their own pain and anger towards the world or someone else. Because you know the saying, hurt people hurt people. So with that in mind, knowing someone don't know what they do, they don't see what they're doing, that should be, you should be able to channel into that and find peace within that to see, to actually think or feel like, you know what, maybe I should forgive them. Because they don't know any better, but I know better. I'm not saying it's after you watch this, go ahead and forgive everybody. That would be good if after you watch this, you get inspired to go forgive someone that harmed you or hurt you. What I'm saying is take the time to dwell on that. Dwell on them not understanding what they're doing. Dwell on them not seeing what they're doing to cause you pain and anger and resentment. Dwell on that. You know, as Jesus said, they do not know what they do. So forgive them. It's just like people on earth in this physical realm. They don't know what they do. A lot of us do not know what we do to other people. We don't know the harm that we're causing to other people. And I'm sure you would like to be forgiven for things you've done to people. Because we all not perfect. So, who am I not to forgive someone? It may take time to get to that point of forgiveness, you know. And take your time. But just know, time's not always on your side. So, learn to forgive, man. Just learn to forgive that person that broke your heart. Learn to forgive that parent that was absent in your life. Learn to forgive that person that attacked you. Learn to forgive that person that used you. Because all of them don't know what they do. And ask God to forgive them as well. Free yourself from that chain of resentment and anger and pain that you have inside. It's not good for your spirit or your soul. Release the toxins that you have in your heart when it comes to not forgiving. Because you're creating toxic energy towards your heart when you do that. So you should release yourself from that bondage. And you feel, and speaking from experience, you feel way better once you release that, all that. Once you release that and you just forgive the person, you know, and ask God to forgive them as well. And sometimes forgive yourself too when you've done something wrong to someone. Forgive yourself and ask God for forgiveness as well. Even if the person that you apologize to don't accept your forgiveness. Your apology or your forgiveness. As long as, you know, it comes from the heart and it's true and real, and God see that it's true and real and it's from the heart, you'll be okay. Forgiveness is something you should lead with, or come to a point where you can lead with that someday. Just, just don't let it be no day where you don't forgive. Turn that someday into one day. And hopefully into this day, I'll forgive.